Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Do you know as of today, almost 90% of the Fortune 500 companies use ATS or applicant tracking system to shortlist candidates for any role they're hiring for? And sooner or later, every organization across industries will be implementing ATS to source the candidate that they want to interview. And hence, as a job seeker, it's essential and crucial for you to understand how do you build an ATS compliant CV. And that is what today's topic is all about. I want to share with you a few strategies that will help you understand what does it take to ensure your CV is ATS compliant and a few crucial mistakes that you should avoid at any cost. So whether you are looking for jobs right now or you just want to update your CV, understand the strategies, implement them, and make sure that you're one step ahead in this automated job market. Let's get started. So, the first step in building an ATS compliant CV is to look at the layout. And the golden rule in this case is simplicity is the key. Yes, if you use a clean layout or a simple layout, the system will be able to read maximum information on the CV, right? Now, a lot of ATS, systems are not trained to read content on the images. They're not trained to read content in the table and content in the graphic design. So when you use a simple and a clean layout, you're helping the system read through the entire CV, right? And when it reads this entire CV, the chances of getting the right keywords on your CV becomes higher. And this is where the second area comes in. So once you have the clean and simple layout, the second thing that you have to focus is the right keywords. Now, if you see most of the job description, they contain almost 80 to 90% functional or technical key skills and a very limited or a very few soft skills areas. And as a candidate, this is what you have to also do. Make sure that your CV is functionally or technically keyword heavy. This can be in your skills, in your core competencies, it can be in your work experience. As long as you've mentioned it and explained the particular key skill, the chances of you getting shortlisted becomes higher. So this is what you have to look at when it comes to the keywords. Another thing that you can do is, because you're using a simple and a clean layout, you can make the ATSs work easier by segregating the information under specific sections, like what we say as headings. For example, you can write resume headline and below that you can write your headline. Profile summary and then the summary below that. Education and mention the education details below that. Work experience and then the work experience below that. In this way, the ATS will be able to segregate the data based on those headlines. Now, if you implement these three strategies, you would ensure that your CV is amongst those top searched candidates or the top shortlisted candidates for the role. Now, let's look at the crucial mistake that you should avoid at any cost. Now, the first thing again comes to layout again. Now, a lot of time, even a lot of my candidates or students come back to me and saying, the CV format that we use is very simple. And my friends have made some flashy CVs and they're really appealing. So can we create something like that? Our advice would always be yes, if you're sending your CV directly to someone, right? And if your role demands you to be creative and use a lot of graphic, it's a good idea to use a CV like that. However, for generic search, whether you will be using Naukri, Monster, TimesJob, or LinkedIn, the best way is to have a simple, clean layout. So stick to that. And as we mentioned earlier, a lot of ATS are not, trained on reading CVs which are graphic heavy. And that's one reason you should also avoid. One mistake we should say you should not do. The second one would be again keywords. Now, because we mentioned that your CV has to be keyword heavy, a lot of candidates end up dumping a lot of keywords, right? And this is keywords that they have just some knowledge on, thinking that the ATS will only shortlist the CV and they would get a chance to get interviewed. As we mentioned, the ATS is the first level and the hiring manager is the second level. So with putting too much of keywords, you may get shortlisted for a particular role. But if you're just dumping keywords on the CV without any relevant explanation to it, the hiring manager will definitely reject the CV. So that's what you have to also consider and look for. Again, in keywords, the one mistake that you can avoid and that you must avoid is using less keywords. So ensure that you have, utilized the keywords in the right way. Ensure that your keywords are there in the resume headline, it's there in the profile summary, it's there in the job description. It only enhances the overall quality of the CV, and these keywords will help you reach or get shortlisted through the system as well as by the hiring manager. And that's all in this section. We hope you really find this information useful. So please go ahead and implement this strategies and avoid these mistakes. And if you get your CV shortlisted, do let us know in the comment section, and we would be happy to hear from you. So for more such videos, stay tuned, subscribe to our channel. I know it's too early for me to say subscribe. We just made a couple of videos yet. But if you do like this video, please do like the video and share it with your friends or anyone that is looking for jobs. Thank you so much for your time again, and we look forward to see you soon.